Hello, guys. Welcome to Remember the Moment podcast.
Come on.
My name is Ryan. This is Ethan, and this is Isaac.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
We're starting this podcast. We're wanting to just grow each other individually, and we're wanting to build a community with each other and also with you guys. So thank you for joining us. We're also wanting to sharpen our storytelling skills here on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to be challenging each other's thoughts and emotions and patience.
Yeah. We're going to be talking
just
about some films, some pieces of literature.
It's going to get very emotional.
Stories in general.
Every episode I will cry.
We'll look at the camera and cry.
Yeah, I can
we'll only
promise
cry
that.
with eye contact, which would be funny. Sorry. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
So today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite films.
Come on.
And just currently, what it is today, because it could change tomorrow.
It could change halfway through the episode.
There might.
It might.
It will.
Imagine you're just mid.
You're going to
feel like
convince
my
me
job tonight is to convince you to not
that I'm wrong.
that you're wrong.
Okay,
that
yeah.
your favorite movie needs to become something else.
I'm ready.
Not
Let's
necessarily my favorite movie, but just
Just
something
something
different.
else.
I'm excited to hear what your favorite movie is. Ethan.
I'm too.
Mm.
I'm so excited.
I'm warning you, it's
Do
pretty
you want to
basic.
start or do you
I
want to
think
save
you
it for
should
last?
start.
Maybe I should start
I
because
had
I'm
a
pretty
prediction.
basic.
I've told
Oh.
people my
Yeah?
prediction.
Oh gosh.
I am those people.
I only
we
told
found those
Isaac.
people. Hi, those people.
There I am.
Yeah.
From here on out,
exactly.
we will refer to Isaac only as those people.
Those people?
What do those people have to say about that? Ever wonder what those people think?
I think
well, we can tell
that
you
will
on
have
this podcast.
no backlash. I think that's a very good idea.
I think so.
I
I
don't
think
there
so.
could be any problems with that.
There's no problems.
There's never any problems.
Never.
Well, I can kick it off. My my favorite movie. I'm worried I'm going to disappoint you now. It is Peter Jackson's Return of the King,
Oh.
the third installment
The
of
third
the Lord of the
installment.
Rings series. Because I can't answer the whole trilogy.
Oh,
I have to pick one movie.
That's true.
So I picked that movie because it ties everything together and ends it with a beautiful flourish. So,
That's good.
but I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, big fan of the books, big fan of the movies. The Hobbit. We won't talk about the Hobbit.
We won't talk about
Not the
that.
book.
Don't bring it
The
up.
book is fine. We won't
Controversy.
talk about the movies.
Oh.
But I'm a huge fan of the acting. I'm a huge fan of the writing. I'm a huge fan of the world building. Big fan of world building, and I felt like it was Middle Earth was effectively created visually. I loved it. I loved the different locations.
New Zealand.
New Zealand
Specifically
is
Beautiful.
Middle Earth. I want to go there
You
one
can't
day.
go there without thinking about hobbits.
You really can't. They've
Oh,
kind
or
of claimed
giants.
it. If you can't go there without seeing hobbits, I'm sure.
Wow.
That's what I've heard. Is that
They
there?
literally
I've heard that
hide
as well. Actually,
Yeah, I've heard the hobbits have taken over certain areas in New Zealand.
It helps to have huts. that
Yeah,
are
it
ready.
does. It
Yeah.
does. They literally are asking for it, man. They built hobbit holes.
I don't
But-
know if I've seen the third one.
Oh,
Okay,
Here's
guys,
the
thanks for
tears.
joining us.
we're gonna start over the podcast real quick.
Wow.
Wait, someone needs to click the button. we need a wah wah
I
wah.
got you. I got you.
1 second. Yeah.
Dude, good job.
Oh
I'm so confused.
Oh,
nope. Dude. I felt like that was just someone went to the back and was like throwing stuff around, like the cat in the
yeah,
back.
that was good.
Well, what is
But
that?
yeah, that's
You'll find out
I'm
later.
so out of it.
You'll find
Yeah.
out later.
You'll
My
find out
headphones
later.
aren't even attached to anything.
Did
Yeah.
You just,
Oh.
you just outed
The first
yourself.
episode.
It's a
You outed
prop.
yourself that
Hey,
early.
who
in
are
the
you,
episode.
by the
wait,
way?
what is this? This was.
I know, I'm a fake.
You're
I'm
a
like
phony.
literally
Wait,
holding
that's
my
Are you
not a real
holding
mic,
your
that's a
microphone?
cardboard
Please
cutout
show
of
the
a
people at
microphone.
home that you're
Yeah,
holding.
can you
Yeah, they
show?
can see. They've seen this whole time.
It's
They've
just
been
a
wondering.
sticker.
It's a
He
sticker.
added it in post.
Yeah, he fixed it in post. He did the
Hey,
thing.
he did
You
the
can't-
thing.
It's like old cracked. You can't even
He's
read
had a
it.
shirt
Yeah.
for 30 years.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my film. You know,
Good.
All
that's,
right.
that's
That's-
the one. I know
Dude.
it's just nostalgic, and I love Tolkien, and I love the story.
That's so
You
good.
can't go
Yeah.
wrong with the classics.
I was off by 2.
Really,
I guess The Hobbit. No, I'm
the
just
Hobbit.
kidding.
Oh,
No,
What do you
I
think
guess
about me,
Fellowship
Ryan?
of the Rings.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you technically weren't wrong, because if I could answer the whole trilogy, I would. Because you
That's
can't
good.
have one without the others.
That's good.
I
Do you think
agree.
the third one could be like any of them you could watch just by itself and understand?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They-
There's
they-
too much information.
So how many hours is watching it? All 3 of them?
You got to watch the extended edition.
Yes.
First off.
So 8 hours.
So approximately, I think they run
No, that'd
extended
be- that'd
cuts
be
run
12.
about 3.5 per, 3.5
Okay.
to 4. I can't
Oh my
remember
goodness.
which one.
I thought
but
it was
so it's about. I think it's 3.5. So I would put it at that would be just under 11.
So nice casual.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday
Leisure.
Dude,
afternoon.
that can take up a day.
leisurely.
And
It
then
can.
what you could do now
It is.
is you could watch The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, or
I thought you said screw the Hobbit.
well, I mean, you still have to kind of watch it to know what's going. I mean, you don't have to, but it's
For not.
gives you context,
Sure.
even though the movie doesn't really,
Was there a book, The
Stay true.
Hobbit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what you could do now is you could go watch Rings of Power season 1,
Okay.
season 2, watch The Hobbit, and then watch all the Lord of the Rings, and it would take you probably an entire day, like 24 hours. I don't know how many hours total. Actually, probably more than that.
Solid 24 hours.
Probably more than that.
Yeah,
Probably
I'd
like
imagine.
36.
I'd
That's
imagine so.
insane.
We should discuss Rings of Power at some point, but not
That's
today.
a good potential.
I'll watch it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh wow.
So
Two
I
of us
think-
will watch it and one won't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. We won't know which one.
Or we can just play a clip and you can be an objective observer and say that's horrible.
Play the clip.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull up that clip of Rings of Power?
Dude, that's a good
Oh,
clip.
that's
Jimmy.
This
Dude,
is
terrible.
good.
wow.
Oh my god,
Jimmy,
This looks
good
so
job.
bad.
Hey, we just wanted to give a shout out to our boy Jimmy.
Ooh.
Jimmy, hit that a few more times. Jimmy, give it up for Jimmy in post.
Jimmy and Bo.
Dude,
Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy in post.
That's
he's,
great.
He's the man,
a
dude.
beaut.
I love that guy.
MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. That's my film.
That's
though.
good. That's
Dude,
a solid.
that is-
Very solid pick.
that is good.
I want y'all to tear me apart.
Dude,
Oh.
I can't.
Yeah.
can't.
You I don't. Y'all don't just have to
Brought
tell
it
me
up to
it's,
here.
Uh,
I
it's
can't
my
touch it.
favorite movie.
How do you feel about it being remade today?
Like as Rings of Power, or
No, not as.
is it being remade?
No, but how
Just
would you feel about it?
hypothetically.
Just hypothetically, if I remade it.
I don't know.
If I
Tomorrow.
remade it, I played
I
every
would be
part.
I would be worried it would get ruined
Every
because
part.
I feel like a lot of remakes today are just
They're not
money
good.
grabs.
Yeah.
So I would be concerned if you were remaking it.
You'd have to watch it.
I would have to watch it one.
you'd be
dude,
Gandalf.
But dude, instant win. Never mind. It would
Oh,
be great.
okay.
If I could play Gandalf, I'll give you a 5-star rating.
That's
just
crazy.
without
That's what
even
these
seeing the
producers
script.
are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
they're like, if I can have a cameo, I'll be.
If I can
in
have
it.
a cameo,
Yeah.
5 stars.
Exactly.
I'll fund your whole
if my
project.
daughter could be in it, like
My daughter could be in this film. I don't.
that's
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
producer.
Every
producer
producer
voice.
I've met talks like that.
Yeah, same.
My
All negative
daughter,
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be in this feature film. That's
Wow.
nothing. That's nothing burger.
That's
It's a good old
Nothing
nothing
burger.
burger.
We love Nothing Burger.
Yes, this
that's
is
good.
Is that
Dude,
Jimmy's last name? Jimmy Nothing Burger?
Jimmy Nothing Burger. Give it up.
I'm just kidding, Jimmy. We know that's not your last name. All right.
Wow.
Enough about me, though.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
time to
talk about
jump to one of. Whoa.
Sorry.
Wow. Who wants to go next?
Ryan.
Isaac?
Oh,
Ryan?
yeah,
I'm ready.
You ready for
I'm
mine?
ready.
Mine's gonna be like controversial. No, I'm just
Oh, dear.
kidding. No,
Yeah.
a lot. I don't
Is it
even.
Godzilla -1?
I think out of our 3,
Yeah.
mine will probably be the least viewed. Maybe.
Is it Madam
think
Web?
so.
Yeah, I knew
Maybe.
it was Madam
It-
Web.
I don't
You
know.
could-
Well,
yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
My favorite movie at the
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
currently filming this episode, is
What
none
day
other
is it?
than.
Wait. What day is it? You gotta mark the day.
currently-
It's the 15th,
The 15th of
Of
October,
October.
in
2024.
20
6.
Year of our Lord,
2024.
2024.
It's always
Well-
the year of our Lord, isn't it?
I know, but Anno Domini. Okay.
It is?
Stands for
Oh, really?
year. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
That was
Yeah.
a drum roll
What for what?
for your.
Oh, for my
movie.
favorite. I
Yeah, what
missed
is
it. Is there not a drum roll on that?
Uh,
It's The King.
oh, that's a drum roll.
The King,
The
The
King.
is my-
featuring Timothy
Timothée
Chalamet,
Chalamet.
who is about to play Bob Dylan.
He
Oh, yeah.
is.
The Piano
What do you
Man.
think of that?
I'm just
No.
kidding. But I thought it was.
I'm just gonna keep moving.
Keep going.
Yeah. So,
Complete unknown.
Complete unknown.
yeah, he is the complete unknown
So,
in The King.
Wow.
He it's just a good story that brings you from nothing. Like he's
Yeah.
like eating slop, and then he's like he doesn't even want to be king,
Yeah.
and then he's got to be this king for these people,
Sounds like Dune.
and it's oh my goodness, Dune's a different
I just
episode.
ruined it
we
for you.
can't.
You
We
Dune's
can't
a
bring up
different
Dune.
episode.
It's
Can't bring
on
up Dune.
Orion.
And like the reason I like this movie, it just showcases surrounding yourself with wise counsel so
Mm.
well. Because at first, like when he becomes king, he gets these like presents.
Sounds like
and
Wonka.
Exactly. the Wonka King, the Oompa Loompas.
Timothy Chalamet only can make one movie.
You can. Just in various forms.
And in France, they send him a rubber ball when he becomes king, and the people are like, "We need to like wage war on France," and he's like, "No, like it's fine." And then finally they convince him, and later he uses that as his argument of why he's waging war is because he got sent a rubber ball.
Interesting.
And like at first he's okay, and it's just like this group has kind of like tainted his view like so much that he's just willing to kill people without even realizing why.
Mm.
Even his friend, like he threatens to kill him, and then his friend like delivers that line. He's like, "You are not that man."
Sounds like
yeah.
Little Women.
So
It's so
it's
good.
just kind of like a character study almost. You're watching someone change.
Yeah, and
Not for the
it's got a
better.
good arc. For the worse, for the better. Hard to
Oh.
say. Watch the movie.
Yes.
You'll have to
Okay.
watch
So
it.
no spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers
some
here.
good dialogue in this movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Quotes. Bring out the big dog. Like
Really?
you
That's
got
in
it.
there.
When are you not gonna use that?
When are you not going to do
Come
that?
on.
I say that.
I
so
say, your viewers at home, if this video gets to 2 views, we will post the clip of Ryan quoting the king on his couch, pacing back and forth, saying "For
often. Oh
England."
my goodness.
For England. There
Oh,
you go.
no.
That's real.
I'm literally standing on my
Jamie,
couch.
don't pull it up.
There you go.
Yeah, not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
Jimmy. I don't know. I kind of want Jimmy to pull it
I-
up.
Wait,
But we need
wait
2
on it.
views first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
2
least
views
2.
and at least 1
Stink,
like.
I guess I won't be sending
Dude,
this to
we're
my mom.
and a like.
And a whole
That
like.
can't be one of us.
Oh man.
Yeah, it can't be one of us.
Or our like parents.
This is like a
and/or
long term.
spouses
This is a
slash
long term
fiancés.
goal. This is a
Yeah.
long term goal. This is kind of the long game.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
long game.
That's
So
yeah.
king.
That
The
quote.
king.
Bring out the big dog.
bring out the big dog.
I use that a lot.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Annalie's like, "What do you want for breakfast?" I'm like, "Bring out the big dog."
Yeah.
And then she knows like that's.
You
want to
tell the audience who Annalie is?
Annalie is my beautiful wife.
There you go.
Jamie, pull up the clip.
Jimmy.
Yes, we all love Annalie. She's the best, guys.
Yeah.
She's great. Another quote from John. This is like his friend, the
Okay.
like only good counsel that he should listen to the whole movie.
Mm.
He says when he's like quiet and Timothy's all like, "Dude, why aren't you like telling me what to do and stuff?" And he says, "I speak only when there's something to be said. Too often I have seen men of war invent work for themselves, work that leads to nothing but vainglory and slaughtered men. I am not that man." And it's just, man,
Wow.
like you
powerful.
want that as your friend or him as your friend, that
Yeah.
thing as your
You
friend.
want that creature, that defected beast
Yeah.
as your friend.
Yeah.
That big
Yeah.
dog.
It just
You want
has
the big
such
dog.
good
You want the big
dialogue
dog.
scenes.
Dude, now I
and
feel like I have to pull up a quote from
it
my
hits
movie.
deeper. Yeah, you pull that clip up, Jamie, and I'll. Yeah, the next, the fight scenes, dude. They're
Okay.
literally weighty because they're like in this armor, and I think in these movies, like it's like they can fight for like 3 years
Wow.
and not grow tired.
Yeah.
But these
Wow.
scenes are like a minute of them just pushing each other in the mud,
Yeah.
and
Oh
it's
my
just
goodness.
like you can feel the sweat.
When I watched it, when you showed it to me, it was like exhausting.
Yeah.
Just to get through the fight scenes, like it felt very like weighty, like
Yeah.
you said. It's like just brutal.
Yeah.
And it's brutal just because of the realism, not necessarily because of like, oh, this is like super violent and anything. Like it feels very real. Like, and it's brutal. Like, man, like that would be, you'd be so just drained and
Yeah.
exhausted. It wouldn't be a great time.
It wouldn't be a great
That's all
time.
I'm saying.
It's a good movie. It is rated R, so it's like
Radar for a really good time.
really good time.
Let's go.
Yeah, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't recommend it, but it's a really good movie.
I found a
Wow.
quote from
Okay,
my
yeah.
movie.
What's
Yeah,
your
sure.
favorite
Throw it.
quote
This is-
from Lord
Well,
of
it's
the
not my
Rings?
favorite from Lord
Is
of the
it-
Rings.
Which did
This
you
is
get it
this
from?
is a good quote
Fellowship of the Rings.
from. No, this is. Oh, is
Movie.
any movie open?
No,
Because I
don't
was just thinking
know
Return of
names
the
them.
King, and I'm
Those are
thinking
my
of the
men.
scene. The first scene that popped in my mind was Gandalf chilling in Minas Tirith with
Uh-huh.
Pippin, and they think they're about to die, right? And Pippin is like, "So I'll read it. Copyright, J.R.R. Tolkien."
Copyright strike. Jamie, pull up the
I love
copyright
that, man.
strike.
Pippin goes, "I didn't think it would end this way," and then Gandalf goes, "They think they're about to die." Gandalf goes, "End? No, the journey doesn't end here. Death is just another path, one that we must all take. The gray rain curtain of this world rolls back, and all turns to silver glass, and then you see it." And Pippin goes, "What? Gandalf, see what?" Then Gandalf goes, "White shores, and beyond, a far green country under a swift sunrise."
Wow.
Far green country.
That is that's funny. You pulled up that because that's my
Yeah.
favorite. That's probably my favorite scene out of the entire trilogy.
Such a
Wow.
good scene.
That's class, ladies and gentlemen.
We
I
need
think
to recreate that
another
scene
one. I
today.
can't remember if this is in The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, but when Gandalf goes, he's talking to Frodo, I think, and he says, "Some who live deserve death, and some who die deserve life. Can you give it to them?" It's like, whoa,
It's deep.
that's good.
It's
Deep Gandalf.
This
Tolkien's
Tolkien guy. This
deep.
Tolkien guy. He might have known
Was
a
he
thing or
onto
two about
something?
writing.
About writing.
Oh,
He might know
wow.
a thing or two about writing.
He did
Putting
gamble
words
the
on
producers.
paper.
Putting words on paper.
He would have quit if C.S. Lewis didn't tell him to keep going.
Wow.
Ooh,
Isn't that crazy?
that's the power
They're
of-
in the same
The Inklings.
Like, yeah,
And C.S. Lewis wouldn't have been a Christian.
Yeah, we were just talking about
If he
that.
hadn't,
we were off the
'cause
podcast.
if not for
Off
Tolkien.
the rim.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a
That's
testimony.
good. Yeah, it's awesome.
I
They
love
both
that.
loved Old Norse and Celtic mythology.
Wow.
That's enough
so-
to start a lifetime friendship right there.
There
That's
you
all
go.
you need. That's all
Exactly.
you need.
And
Yeah.
they just pushed each other. They're like, dude, you need to keep up with this book. Like, you're doing a good thing. They're
Yeah.
like, I don't really get it. It's not really my thing, but
Yeah.
like, it's good.
Yeah.
This is what this is hopefully going to be. A modern Inklings, right?
Yeah,
us.
definitely. Definitely. That's a good way of
Create
putting
things
it.
that help
Uh,
people.
And I think it'll be good for us to hate the things that each other make, but
Yeah.
we're still
I
like,
think-
you need to make this.
Yeah, hate's
Yeah.
strong.
They hated it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, I think we should despise each other's work, but be
This
like,
is
but
a
if
piece of
you think it's
garbage.
good,
All right, go ahead.
Losers.
Loser sitting at one end of this table. On the other one.
am I right?
Am I right?
guys?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. But keep writing.
Yep.
Music.
That's right.
That's good. Well, yeah, that's all I got for the
Wow.
King.
Let's go.
Thanks for sharing that.
I haven't
quote,
seen
by
that
the way.
movie still,
yeah.
so I need to
The King.
Oh,
check it
man.
out.
Check it out. It's a Netflix movie. Am I right?
Yeah, it is on Netflix. I don't know if it's an original. Netflix will just buy movies after they're made.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
they'll claim it as Netflix
Okay.
original. I don't know.
Also, you can't find the budget for that movie. It
You
doesn't
can't.
exist.
I looked it up.
Mm.
Jimmy, pull up the
Jamie, pull up
attempt.
the budget. You can't. It doesn't
You can't.
exist. It's not
Come on,
there.
Jimmy.
It's not there.
We're giving Jimmy a hard job today.
Hey, he's got to learn his place.
He does.
Yeah.
First podcast, we're
First
hitting Jimmy
podcast.
hard,
Gotta
bro.
do it.
Is it Jimmy or Jamie? I feel like we're saying.
I always say
It's-
Jamie,
it's Jimmy.
and he says Jimmy. That's kind of the.
Well, it's because his name is Jimmy Jamie.
I'm gonna say
'Cause his
Ginny.
name- Jimmy, Jamie, Nothing Burger.
Is his middle name
is
Ginny?
Jimmy Jamie Nothing Burger is his
Junior.
name. Junior.
Junior.
Jimmy Jamie Nothing Burger Junior.
That's good.
There's
Yeah.
a long line of two people.
So
Yeah.
just say whatever the heck name you want.
no,
and
no,
you'll
no.
get
It
done.
is Jimmy Jamie Nothing Burger Junior.
Okay.
You can say whatever.
Mr. Nothing Burger.
Yeah, you can
Get
say.
it
I mean,
done.
that's his father.
Get it done.
Yeah,
Doctor.
that's true.
Doctor.
Doctor Nothing Burger
Doctor
is
Nothing
his
Burger
grandpa.
was my father.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
So,
anyway, thanks,
what's your
Jimmy.
guess at Isaac's favorite movie of all time?
This is good. I'm so ready.
I'm gonna
What
do the Sean Spencer from Psych. Like,
Yeah.
Oh. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. We're-
Heath Bar. My Little Pony.
It's getting warm.
It's getting to actual things.
Let's get to actual things.
can I get a hint?
A hint.
Like maybe
Year?
the first
Do you want
letter.
year?
The first. Oh, year. Do you want a year?
Ooh, year. Sure, I'll take year.
I believe I will fact check this.
I could not tell you which year. my movie came out.
1989.
Wow,
Oh, an exact year. I thought you would just say 80s.
1989.
I don't. No, sorry. I got it wrong. It is
It's 80s still.
1982. 1982.
82.
82. Early 80s.
Something makes me want to add. Okay, is
The director
Harrison-
is still making movies.
is Harrison Ford in this
Whoa.
movie?
He is not in this movie.
Oh, he thought you were basic. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm basic. So
Hey,
I'm-
oh, are you talking about Indiana Jones?
no, I was talking about Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can see it.
That's good. You were thinking
Um,
Star Wars.
Yeah, I was thinking.
We were all
that.
thinking three different
That's
movies.
Wow, we
crazy.
really were.
That's
Go
the
go
first-
off Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
What a guy.
But
I mean, the
but
guy
now
with
he's
such
making-
range.
he's
Only
making Marvel,
outmatched
dude.
by huge acting.
The guy
Yeah,
was-
now he's selling himself out to
Yeah.
be Red Hulk.
No,
He's the
Red Hulk.
president. Is he actually?
What's a Red
Is
Hulk?
that confirmed?
That's not real.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, he is playing
He
Red
is.
Hulk.
And he's like this. He's like, where am I?
Dude, that makes me upset.
It does.
Even
Marvel
more
just
than the
makes me
trailer.
upset in general.
Okay.
That's a different
But I'm sorry.
episode.
Your
So
guess
the
was.
director is still making movies to this day.
To this day, does his name start with an S?
Whoa.
The director.
It's not Spielberg.
It's not Spielberg. The
Spielberg.
last name starts with an S.
My lack of knowledge is showing.
Yeah, no, it's
so
okay.
sorry.
It's
First
fine.
name? Just say the first name.
Just say. Should we? Why didn't we do this for everyone else? This was. I
But
feel,
now it's fun.
Yeah,
We
Because
made a
mine's
minigame.
basic.
no,
and-
sorry. Okay, first name.
First name.
To get the full name or the
Full
give me-
name.
oh.
full
Full
name. Martin.
Martin Short?
Martin
No.
Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
Oh.
Martin Scorsese.
Do you know any
film.
films by Martin?
I don't know.
It
I probably
is-
do, but I don't know it's him.
It is a little film called The King of Comedy.
Whoa.
Yes,
Would
starring,
not have ever guessed that.
Yeah, it's also.
I don't know why I had you guess. I should have like.
I would be very surprised if many people have seen
Dude,
this.
what if I would
Yeah.
have said that? We need to cut this and be like,
Oh yeah, wait.
funny,
Yeah.
laughing monarch. Laughing monarch.
Uh-huh.
Scorsese.
Oh.
Scorsese.
Gosh.
King of comedy.
Whoa!
Yeah,
wow.
Jeez.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyways, yes,
Yeah.
King of Comedy,
Wow.
1982 film starring Robert De Niro
De
And
Niro.
Jerry
Wow.
Yeah,
Lewis.
he was
the
young
character.
Jerry
man.
Lewis.
He said, "Hello, pretty lady," but he doesn't say that in this movie.
Oh,
It is
Well, he
a very
censored.
it's a very dark comedy.
oof.
I think it's lighthearted.
Yes, some would say. I did show this to Ryan, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the basic premise of the film is about a wannabe stand-up comedian, Rupert Pupkin,
Okay.
played by Robert De Niro.
What a name.
Yeah, that's just also. Well, I'll get to that. There's some good stuff with that, but that's just a great name. Great name, Rupert
I
Pupkin.
can
know what
never
a better
come up with
name is?
something than that.
Uh,
Besides
Jimmy
Jamie
Nothing
McNothing Burger.
That's so
McNothing.
good.
He's Irish now.
He's now in
He works
Macbeth.
at McDonald's.
He was
too.
the unfeatured character Shakespeare wrote down for
Yeah.
Macbeth.
Where he's
Wow.
like, oh, no one's gonna get it.
Make a nothing burger.
just a McNothing.
I'm just a McNothing Burger Junior. Not even the full meal. I'm a kid's meal.
I come with like 4 fries.
And apple slices. And a Go-Gurt.
Small milk.
Small milk. But so it's about this wannabe stand-up comedian who lives in his mother's basement, and he has a whole like fake studio down there. He's obsessed with this late night talk show host played by Jerry Lewis.
Sounds like the Joker.
That's a really good
Whoa.
point, because Joker is was inspired by the King of Comedy, and
Really?
more so just ripped straight from it.
People,
Wow.
yeah, people get upset about this.
Yeah, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, because I don't think
many
it's as
minutes do we
bad.
got?
Yeah, we got a lot of
feel
minutes.
like
I have a lot of
you-
topics here. I'm
Wow,
sorry, I
I'm
keep
so
saying
Dude,
that.
we got to tear this open, man.
We got just okay.
Open
So
the bag up.
it follows Rupert Pupkin, like the Joker, is a very mentally unstable character. And I saw this movie first. I hadn't seen Joker.
Is Joaquin Phoenix in this movie?
He is, but he's not.
like 3 years old.
Yeah, he's no, he's probably like 40.
Wait, Joaquin is actually.
No, he's not.
Oh,
He's
I was
not
like,
in the
no way,
No,
dude. It was prophetic.
But
Rising Phoenix.
he's very unstable. He has these daydreams where he's talking to Jerry Lewis, and they're
Wow.
you know Jerry Lewis wants him to run the show, and it really, the character of Robert De Niro it's so hard to watch. It's so cringy. Like, I feel like if Robert De Niro hadn't established himself as an actor, like, that would have ended his career.
That would
like,
have been it.
Like, he would have been like, who's this like creepy dork? Like, it was like the complete opposite of everything you think of him. He's like this tough guy gangster
Yeah, when I think
role.
of De Niro, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's just complete opposite. And it's my favorite performance I've seen of him. It's just so out there, and he just sells it. Like, it's so good. He apparently stocked in preparation for the role. He stocked his own the autographers and stuff like that, and the
Like paparazzi.
yeah, paparazzi.
Press?
He offered one of the guys a job as his driver. I heard,
What?
like, because he liked the guy. He like got to know him. His
That's
paparazzi went over to
crazy.
yeah. It was just it's so funny.
Wow.
But
What a
That's
connection.
fun.
Yeah.
Dude. Did you make that story up?
no, that's mostly real. But what I
Just like
love about
Joaquin
this
Phoenix.
film, I have it written down. So, like I said, the performances are all great.
Well, I'm sure Robert's in it. Actually, I've seen it.
Yeah, you
I
have
know
seen
they're
it.
good.
They're just scenes where it's so hard to watch, because he is so unaware. Like, just he has no self-awareness about himself. He talks, like, he gets mad at like some of the producers for not letting him on, even though like he's a nobody, like he's done
Yeah.
nothing, but has so much self-entitlement. It's so hard to watch.
Yeah.
But it's done intentionally. You know, it's not like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
yeah.
hard to watch. Like, what were they thinking? Like, they knew what they were doing. Conversations are so real, and a lot of that is because most of the conversations had a lot of guided improv in it. So there'll just be whole scenes where they're like, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot of scenes that are just like, this feels way too real, and then a lot of it was just improv. So,
Wow.
I was talking to you about this earlier. Is cinematography in the movie?
Yeah.
When I first watched it, I was like, that's not really that good. It's like the worst of the 80s, I would say. Like, it's just not very pretty.
Yeah.
And then the more I watch it, and I'm like, okay, this feels more like an intentional choice, because Scorsese knows he can make a good picture. He likes to
He
move
knows
the
what
camera a
looks good.
lot, you know. In this film, there's
talented.
like none of that. And there's some pretty shots. There's like one shot I'm like, that's like just beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
great shot. And there's like some landscapes of and some shots, exteriors of New York City, and
Yeah.
those look great. But mostly is like, it holds back in the cinematography, and I always thought that was like, well,
Yeah.
like. But the more I watch it, I'm like, I feel like that's an intentional choice, so that you can just focus more on the performances, and it's not always. I don't know. I feel like good cinematography doesn't always just have to be like in your face. It's not.
And I
It's
feel
not
like the
flashy.
cinematography in this movie like adds to the story, and I feel like that's what you want as a cinematographer is to add to it.
You're
and
not
it feels
standing out. You're adding to the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think like watching you told me like, hey, this isn't a beautiful film. Like it is, and it's
yeah.
a hard watch.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
And like it's weird because it's like I like hopeful movies, I guess, or
Yeah.
like things like that, and
So
it's
like
just like
Dune
the
2.
slow, exactly, the slow decline.
It's a decline. It's just I love it. It's very cynical, but it blends that with like humor. It's like basically you have like you're like a hopeful story where the people do the right things and things turn out well for them. You have like tragedies where people do everything right and then it doesn't work out. This is like you do everything wrong and then things can still work out for you. So it's just like it's hard to watch. And part of the reason, for me at least, and I hope that I'm not like outing myself, is I find the character of Rupert Pupkin very, like, I don't want to say relatable, but I can see myself in like all of my insecurities and like this guy having these like daydreams and these fantasies of everyone apologizing to him for everything they ever did to him, and it's like, oh, you're actually this great guy, you're so important, you're like, we're sorry, like
Yeah.
we'd all like to apologize, and it's like
Yeah.
he's so full of himself and he has no self-awareness, and it's like it's hard to watch because like I think everyone's at least thought about like just like especially
prove myself.
yeah or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like man, like nobody knows how great I really am or something, and it was like a good like like a reminder, like I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Is there like a rich guy in this movie
Oh yeah.
as a character?
Yeah, not like Joker, not like in the same sense Joker is. I would say the inspiration, the character Robert De Niro plays in Joker is in The King of Comedy, who Robert De Niro is looking up to
Okay.
and wants to be.
Like Robert De Niro's character plays both Robert De Niro's character in The Joker and also Bruce Wayne's dad.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was gonna ask
yeah.
like, I wonder if is there like a rich guy who
There's
maybe,
not
like,
really the same like Joker had more of the like whole like kill the rich kind
Yeah,
of thing,
yeah.
and that's not present.
There's
This is
like enough difference to be its own thing. Like
Yeah.
I showed Isaac the
Yeah.
Joker and he was like, "Oh, like that wasn't what I was expecting." Which is
Yeah.
when it's a movie that's like it's the exact same thing. And you'd think it'd be something you're expecting.
yeah.
You know, but
And my favorite movie,
Yeah,
and I would
Joker's
say
not.
there's clear scenes where they're taking inspiration.
yeah.
But they do enough of their own. And I haven't seen Taxi Driver, which I heard they also pulled
Yeah,
a
I
lot
heard it.
from, so I don't know. But I would say Joker, I think Joker's just an all right movie. But I think it did enough to be kind of its own thing, even if it's just taking so much of everything else to be
Yeah.
its own thing.
And now there's a second one coming out.
Oh, it's out.
It's out.
Oh, it's out.
And it's
And
hated.
and the fans say,
Yeah.
Oh.
It's bad.
Is anyone surprised?
The trailer looked pretty good. I was like, oh, like, and I didn't
was
know why I was
hopeful.
so excited because I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't really care for the first one.
Me neither.
I'm waiting for
So-
DC to
But
make
how much
something
attention?
that.
Yeah, don't-
Oh,
Don't
don't
hold
hold
your
your
breath.
breath.
Dude.
Oh,
Oh.
crap.
Oh, jinx.
I except for the Dark Knight series,
Oh.
Christopher Nolan's.
Yeah.
It's just like that's its own thing. That's not even. I don't even count that as DC.
No,
That's just its own thing.
That's just a
I liked
good
Wonder
movie,
Woman.
and it happens to be, what'd you say?
I said
Out.
I liked Wonder Woman.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, out of the DC franchise, like, and this is gonna be like Green Lantern. Like, yeah,
Dude, Deadpool
You
was
should
in that
rewatch
movie,
it.
right? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the Green Lantern.
That's the
Bro.
only the bad part about that movie.
Yeah, best Christopher Nolan movie.
So you like explain this film, and it's like, why is this your favorite film? Like
Yeah.
everything sounds like an awful film.
And it's a downer watch. It's not a very fun. It's not a fun movie at all.
Yeah, you don't just. Turn it on in the
When I
background.
watched it, I had to ask myself the same question because I loved it, and I was like, man, like, am I only liking this because I know it's like this famous director? I've never seen any of his work. This was the first movie I saw of him. I'm like, is that the only reason why? And the more I watched it, and I watched it, I watched it like 3 times in a week because I had different people who wanted to watch it,
Yeah.
different family members, and we didn't all watch it at once. So I'd be like, oh, you got to watch this.
Yeah.
And so I got like a bunch of information from the movie. I didn't just watch it once and be like, I'm done with that. I sat through it 3 times and saw different parts of it. But I think for me, is there's just nothing else quite like it. I like ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Yes,
Oh,
Ambiguity.
Yes, I like that
Yeah.
Thank you,
in
Ethan.
films. I kind of like. I feel like we've seen kind of the same like hopeful movie, and I like those movies
Yeah.
too. But like we have so many of those, you
Yeah.
know, to have a movie that's just like a really good like downer movie, and for me, I think ultimately it's the performances.
Yep.
As an aspiring actor myself, I think what draws me more to movies is character studies and
Yeah.
performances, and this is just an ultimate character study on this guy's just gone, you know, and his persistence, and it's just interesting. I haven't seen anything like it, and
Yeah.
I don't think there'll ever be anything quite like
Wow.
it. So
That's besides the Joker.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
besides Joe,
Besides Joker,
kidding. That
watch
I
out.
struggle with downer movies, man. Like
That's fair.
I struggle with it just because I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm such a like
Are you
Tolkien
optimist?
person,
Yeah.
and he was a big proponent of hope in story.
Yeah.
That's why he hated. Well, he
Whoa.
like I don't know if he would say he hated, but he didn't appreciate Dune. He didn't appreciate Frank Herbert's work because he was like there was no.
Tolkien
Same
have something
timeline.
in common.
So
Yeah,
he
I know, me and Ethan both
he
hate
didn't
Dune.
feel like there was any hope
I'm the minority.
in the midst of it. But I can't judge it before I try it. So I'll
Yeah.
have to watch
I recommend
The King.
I mean,
the King
and the King of Comedy.
and the King of Comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hard one to recommend, but for me, it's like just watch it and then you can find out if you hate
yeah,
it or not.
and
Yeah.
you're not recommending it because it's not like for it being a good.
He wants to make our
Movie.
viewers depressed.
I want you to feel disgusted. It's cringy more than I think depressing. I
Yeah.
think you're gonna be like, this is hard to watch.
If
Like
you
I do like cringy.
if you want to feel different
like cringy.
emotions while watching a movie,
feel
I like
emotions
to feel that like
they're not as
secondhand
present.
embarrassment.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, it should be called the King of Secondhand Embarrassment.
Yeah.
oh,
That's the music.
That's the
You're
music.
hitting the wrong button.
oh man,
Yeah. So it's super cringy, and that just stuck with me. I think it's just
Yeah.
like,
that's
and it's a really good. There is some good satire about celebrity status and like how people obsess over these people, and you don't really know them. You know, like so you know them, what they appear to be, and they don't know you at all, right? So like, you could love this person, you don't really know them, but they have no idea who you are.
Yeah,
you know?
they don't know you exist.
So what happens when you find a guy who's obsessed with someone, and then they get stuck together, you know, and then he's like just like won't leave him alone.
That does
And
sound really funny.
It's
actually.
it's funny. I think after
Comedy's
like, a
a
few
tough-
watches.
It's also
for
that's
it.
a good commentary on like a really common thing. Like, because I feel like everyone has like a celebrity. They're like, dude, this guy and I, we would be best buddies.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
dude.
Best buddies.
Who's your celebrity?
Oh gosh, like actor,
Any celebrity.
any celebrity. Period. Give me a second. Do either of you have yours?
I have
rifle through
mine.
some?
You have yours?
Like Ryan Trahan, like
Dude.
I think
Ooh, okay.
Dude, would
I'd
it
hit it
freak
off
you out
with
if I
Ryan.
told you I was standing 2 feet away from him once?
you told me that.
Yeah.
So no, it wouldn't freak me out now. I think it freaked me out then.
Dude,
like I was like,
could
did you
have
touch
shaken
his
his
hair?
hand. And shout out to Ryan Trahan. We
since
love
you're
you.
since you're watching this,
I hope, dude.
Yeah.
If Ryan Trahan watches this, we will.
if you're one of the two views,
we will buy so
I'll
much
buy
Joyride.
so
I've
many
bought
Feastable
Joyride
bars
already.
Dude, no,
Don't
we gotta
say
get
that, don't say
Joyride.
that.
We gotta get
I already
Joyride on
censored
the
what you
table.
said.
Oh yeah.
If Ryan Trahan watches this video,
Yeah.
yeah,
I will next time bring a bag of Joyride with me and eat it while we're
That's
doing the podcast.
crazy.
That's
I don't even
good.
know why.
Which
you'd
is
say
a
that.
win-win, honestly. 'cause
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
to eat
honestly, if he
Joyride.
doesn't watch it, I
actually
might
might just do that anyway
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's delicious. But
That's
you know,
good.
but
It's a
just
good-
take
That's
that into
crazy.
account, Ryan. if
Good,
you
good
appreciate this.
answer. Good answer.
Celebrity for you?
That's I don't know.
Anyone you just want to have tea with?
Tea. Have some tea with man. That's Willem Dafoe.
Ooh.
Willem
I
Dafoe.
think that'd be very.
do a
That'd be an
photo shoot.
interesting lunch.
That would be a photo shoot, yeah, for sure. I love his poses when he does his.
You should
Those
come
are
in his
so
Green
good.
Goblin costume.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey there,
Oh no.
want tea?" It's really bad. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting.
That would be crazy, dude.
I think I would have to settle on. I think I would do Hugh Jackman.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's
An
Hugh Jackman.
Australian.
I appreciate
That's
it.
crazy.
He's fun. He's got crazy range.
Yeah.
Either
But
him.
he's tall. So like you.
He's tall.
I know, like he's sitting
And he plays
down,
Wolverine.
and I look taller because I'm closer to camera.
I'm
But
slouchy.
that's forced
and he
perspective.
slouches.
That's
Yeah.
your favorite movie.
Wow, you need to share the Doofenshmirtz impersonation
Oh,
Already?
on the next podcast.
Oh,
Not this
that's
Okay.
what gets you hooked.
Yeah,
that's what'll
He'll be
get you
back.
guys coming
He'll
back.
be back.
Ryan,
Next one.
if you're watching, Ryan Trahan.
yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, I'm watching.
Yeah, you're watching. Other Ryan Trahan, I'll show you my Doofenshmirtz impression. If you come back
Willem
next time.
Dafoe, if you're watching, please,
Dude,
we'd love to have you as a guest.
If
If
Willem
anyone's
Dafoe watches
watching-
this, I will
watching
bring a
this.
bag of Joyride also for him.
I will. Yeah,
That'd be
that's
nuts.
exactly what I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say either Hugh Jackman or there's someone like racking in the back of my mind, bouncing around back there who like I can't get the name, but like I just know there's someone else I would also like to pick and I don't know who it is. So I'm sorry.
But that's okay. Hey, bring it
Maybe
back
Jonathan
next week.
Rumi.
I don't know
Just
who
to
that
hear
is.
like playing Jesus.
Okay.
Chosen Jesus.
Oh,
Like, it'd be such a
Catholic
cool.
Jesus. No.
He is Catholic.
Whoa! Oh, that was good.
Oh, that was still good. That worked.
That'd be
I
cool.
think Christopher Nolan would be.
I would
interesting.
love to have TV
dude,
Christopher
that would be
Nolan.
such a
Like I
an
would feel
ephemeral,
so
like,
dumb. Like I would just feel so stupid. He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, and I was walking on this time travel." I'm like, "Oh,
best Christopher Nolan movie. Go.
oh,
Or just
Prestige,
Prestige.
Prestige.
Still haven't seen The
Hands
Prestige. I know what it's about. I know. What
Yeah,
it's
that's
about.
okay, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's watch.
Magic. I like
yeah.
Inception.
It's Inception. I would say Inception's like the next one.
Inception. Dunkirk is for
Dunkirk.
me.
Harry
up
Styles
on the
fan,
top
are you?
3.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles is in that movie.
Harry Styles.
Christopher Nolan didn't even know.
Did y'all understand Tenet?
Dude, I walked out of that theater, me and my brother-in-law, and we got in the car and we're like, wow.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we both were
That's a
holding
good
steering
response to
wheels,
that movie. It's just
I think wow, because you
Wow.
can spell it backwards and forwards.
And I don't think you could talk about it without a whiteboard.
Yeah, I
No.
don't know. Tenet kind of missed for me. I think it was like to a point where it's just all concept.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they leaned too far into the concept.
And
they
like
missed the
I
story.
know 100% it made sense in Christopher Nolan's head. Like that is just like what you don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it did.
I'm
like,
stupid,
they
okay,
actually-
Chris?
Okay, Chris.
They had someone on set
some
who
joyride.
had the timeline script, basically. And so, like, Chris would be like, does this make sense? And, like, ask, and they would tell him about it.
I'm sure shooting that was like.
It
super
was. They had
confusing.
miniature, like, cars, and they'd play, like,
Oh. But I mean, just to come up with that concept alone,
that would
like,
hurt
You gotta
every.
understand it
Yeah.
to an extent.
That
But
would hurt my brain so bad.
I just feel like his other movies that are high concept, like Inception or even The Prestige or Interstellar, like
Yeah.
it's
I
good
do
concept,
like Interstellar.
but it delivers on other parts. It's not just the concept. You know?
I think that's it. Like
Yeah.
I think a good Christopher Nolan movie, what separates something like Interstellar and Inception, I haven't seen Prestige, but I'm assuming same thing,
Mhm.
is that it delivers a really cool and unique and like confusing concept
Mm.
and combines that with a really great narrative where
Yes,
you
exactly.
care
It's
about the
comprehensible.
characters.
It's comprehensible enough. Well, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to watch this again
Yeah.
Mm.
a few times, but there's more to it than like I didn't walk away just being like, well, that was a cool concept.
Yeah.
It was like cool characters,
Yeah.
good music. And Tenet had cool music.
Yeah, the
but
music
they
was
make
cool.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I didn't buy in on protagonist, like the main guy,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much as like the acting was like he did great for his part. But I just think the story itself, I didn't buy in on. I don't remember the girl's name that he was like with.
When it first came out, I hadn't
Sam.
seen it. I had a friend who watched it, and he said it felt like too objective based. Like there wasn't any
Yeah.
like emotional core,
Yeah,
which is like even Inception has a really good. Which like I didn't even think about it until watching it again recently. It's like there is a good emotional core
Yeah.
driving the plot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not just we need to do this, so we'll do it. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where I think Tenet kind of falls into. It's like we need to do this because we have to.
yeah,
You know, so
yeah. It was too conceptual. I
Yeah.
wish we would have had more time with the characters
Yeah.
Yeah,
and less
I've-
time with the time travel.
I enjoy watching Tenet, though.
I think it's
Like,
a
I've
fun
seen it,
watch.
I've
Dude, it hurts your brain.
2 or 3
Yeah.
It is.
times.
It's fun to just
and
sit
it's
there
a
and do
beautiful.
this.
It's like shot very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Like the concept
Crispy, even.
is.
Yeah.
Some would say.
And I feel like it hurts your brain almost the whole time. Like the other ones, it's like
Yeah, you
you're
don't
kinda
get a
like,
break.
oh, I understand the concept,
Yes,
and then
yeah,
you don't get a
Like
break
it
with
hurts your brain, like in the cool moments,
Yeah.
like Inception. Like my brain hurts right now, but we're going forward and we're moving.
Yeah,
past
Yeah,
I'll
it.
pretend to understand, or you can even look past it. But
Yeah.
it's like I need to understand
Tenet
this
is
concept to know what's
like I
going
didn't
on.
understand it, and then that's the whole movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's none of our
And Inception had
favorite
that cool. One of my there's a lot of really favorite scenes from Inception, but that scene where the girl, the new architect girl, I can't remember her name
Yeah.
for some reason.
It's like
Uh-huh.
it's like Aniandre.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Ariadne.
it's her and
Yeah, it's something like that. Something
Yeah.
like
and
that.
Leonardo DiCaprio are sitting at that cafe, and she doesn't even realize she's in the dream,
Yeah.
and she just thinks she's at lunch, and he's like, "How'd you get here?" She's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Do you remember?" And she's like, "No," and then everything just starts
Yeah,
like,
I always tell people this. Like, I feel like there's certain movies at your time of like different times of life that just are like the most impactful. I was
Yeah.
16 when I saw Inception, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is the coolest movie.
This is the craziest
and,
thing.
like you could do that.
I feel like that's how people felt about The Matrix when it first
Oh,
came out.
100%.
Like, same
I think
kind
it's
of
the same
vibes.
thing.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly
Yeah.
the same
I think
thing.
its own
the
thing.
Inception was effectively this generation's Matrix.
Yeah,
Because
I can say that.
kind
Oh.
of paved the way for like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange's like CGI kind of
Yeah.
stuff. and-
Yeah.
And now if you do that hallway thing, it's like the Inception.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like they did in High
hall.
School Musical 3.
Yeah, first high
Yeah.
school.
And
Yeah, they got it from
someone-
High School
Zac
Musical.
Efron likes to say
Can
he
you
did it
believe it?
first.
they
I
better
believe they
sue.
stole it from High School Musical 3.
Crazy.
Which like, and then like I watched that was like a first movie. I think I was like obsessed with all the behind the scenes stuff, like watching how they did the rotating stuff and watching all the commentary, and it was like blown away.
I have the shooting script.
and I was like depressed. Oh, you have the shooting script?
Yeah. I was
Wow.
also a fan.
You
for
stole it?
Dude.
Wow. Dude, does Chris know?
You were depressed?
I was depressed because I was like, I can't make anything like this.
The
I-
bar's just so
No,
high.
I was like,
You shot on
so like,
IMAX.
it was like, I was like, well, there goes that. So, but
That's crazy.
it was like, I feel like there's different movies, different times of your life that are more impactful for different reasons, you know? And for that, it was like, this is the coolest thing.
yeah.
I still think it's like, I'm not a big action movie guy. I think that's like the best. Like, blockbuster mixed, like, I don't know where you call it, but it's just phenomenal. I
Yeah.
just love
Everyone's
it. Like,
got to see Inception. But
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
classic.
It will be considered a classic.
it will go
It
down.
will.
It'll
I don't know
stand-
if you
it's
could
already
take it
stood
out.
the test
It has.
a few years.
I don't know what qualifies something as a classic. I don't think it is technically allowed to be called a classic.
how many generations
I
need to
think
see it?
modern classic.
Yeah, that's a
could
good
be
one.
modern.
Oh,
classic.
modern
Instant
day
classic.
Instant classic
Ooh,
as
it
well.
was.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
anything after 2000, I don't know if we're allowed to call it like a classic
classic.
yet.
Uh,
Maybe something from like
The
early 90s.
people
Yeah,
call
I
a
think-
lot of stuff classics that aren't.
Yeah.
So
I
I
do
don't know.
that. I'm guilty.
I'm
Yeah.
guilty as charged.
People, not me. Never me. I never
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, Ryan's perfect.
Ryan is when
I'm
I think of
not.
Ryan, I'm like, oh, perfectionism.
Wow.
Perfection.
Please
Like the
don't say
perfect Christopher
Perfectionism,
Nolan
not
movie.
perfection.
I think-
Perfectionism.
I'm a
I
perfectionist.
think perfectionism.
that. Yeah.
I think
That's
prefect
true. I
from Harry
should.
Potter.
Yeah, I think prefixes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am Percy
prefix.
Weasley.
I think a prefix.
Yeah, you're
like
a prefix.
Sir Ryan.
Yeah.
Sir Ryan.
Yep. It's true.
Deacon.
Doctor Ryan.
Dr. Ryan, if you will.
Mr. Dr. Ryan.
Mr.
Mr.
Dr.
Darcy.
Ryan.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, guys, thanks for sharing your favorite films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here on the podcast. It's been a pleasure having
We'd
you.
love to hear your favorite films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would love that.
Comment down below what your
Yeah.
favorite film are.
And we'll tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, we will have a long
I'm just
discussion. We will lose people over this.
The
I
good
will
thing
lose
about-
real friendships.
The good thing about favorites is like anyone can have them, and
Yeah.
it's
100%.
fine. Like my favorite color is
And anyone
blue,
can change
and
it.
it's like that's true. But if I said
Not for
blue
long.
is the best color, like
That's-
you can't
yeah.
know that.
I
Those are
also
fighting
think
words, man.
People who say, like, I'm going to try to look at this objectively, like, I think that's just a losing battle. Like, I don't think anyone can truly look at anything objectively. Like, I think there's always be some bias
There's
or
influence.
subjectivity
Yeah.
in your mind.
Yeah. No, I agree.
In that little noggin of yours. So,
That's good. Well, anything more to say?
Man, next podcast we're gonna try and do some segments where we break it down, or maybe the one after that. I
Break
don't know
it
if we're doing it
down.
next podcast, but where we
Yeah.
take some time to do like different things.
Yeah,
you
we'll be
know?
writing.
Doing some writing,
We're
workshopping.
developing a short film right
We
now,
are.
so you get to join us on that
yes.
process,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that'll be fun, along with some other things. So please,
And if you have any suggestions for what
Yeah.
you'd like to see,
yeah,
Yeah,
things
please
you
let
want
us
to
know.
talk about.
Let us
please
know.
let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming down.
Let
But
it snow.
Let it snow.
Please
let
no
it
ideas,
snow.
just some
let it
brilliant ideas.
snow.
Christmas is coming up, guys.
Christmas is right around the corner.
I'm gonna start listening to Christmas music.
I can't wait.
won't.
I'm one of those people. That's
Yeah.
my name, remember?
Wow.
Those people.
Yeah,
That's right
you had
there.
to take off your Christmas sweater just to sit. I was like, don't wear that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
on the
No,
first
I
episode.
fought for the hat too, and you ripped that thing off my head. Like my head still
Wow.
hurts a little bit.
said maybe
honestly.
next
We were just calling you a prefix, and now look.
Yeah,
at
I
you.
told you
now
not
you're
to call
the
me that.
suffix.
Yeah, now you're a suffix.
That's
You're
crazy.
total suffix.
Total
You know that?
suffix.
Okay,
dude.
okay, stop dissing me.
Yeah, no, too late. Suffix.
Crazy.
Too late. It's
Maybe
Ryan
we'll have
Doctor.
next episode.
Ryan, Mister.
Ryan Mister.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining. We hope you come along next time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said a week. We don't know.
Yeah.
But
Next
Yeah.
episode.
we love being here. Can't wait to do this again.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Guys, it's been great.
Get the groove. Get in the groove.
Season 1,
Yeah.
episode 1.
Dude, this is the pilot.
Yeah.
Let's go,
And
baby.
in case we don't see you again,
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Thanks,
That's from
Truman.
Inception.
peace out.
Peace
Peace out.
Wait.
Oh, this is good.
Wait,
Restart.
we should just say.
Goodbye.
Jimmy, can you roll the credits?
Jimmy, Hey, pull up the clip
Hey,
of
Jimmy
the-
Jamie.
Jimmy McNuffin Burger